All right. And we are live, and I love it. I love going live on YouTube, but it's been a minute because we have a whole new setup for you. We have finally found a way to bring the Ricorian to life in a different way, where we can finally explain what is in my goofy ass head. So yeah, we're here. It's time to share, time to grow, time to get this new knowledge, and it is showtime. We have, for those of you who don't know, I am Ricky RedPill. I am the world leading love and relationship expert. You know, love, that thing that everybody wants, but nobody can seem to attain in the right way. And also relationships, that thing that nobody can seem to get right. But don't worry, I'm here to heal it. And by healing love and relationships, my goal is to heal our nation and save us, because we are a fallen nation. What a shame for those of us who are Americans. We now live in a time where, you know, birth rates have declined because people don't want to get married and be together, because we have this, there's a certain group of people who have had men and women wage war against each other, and it's an unnecessary war. Like, we love each other. Let's get it on. Let's get them cookies a crackling. But anyway, it is time to start the show. I'm not going to do I don't think I'm going to do the intro today, because I'm trying to jump into this and I am short on time. I do have some things to do, but couldn't wait to start this new series. I'm probably starting it too early, right? But couldn't wait to start this new series because it's going to be mind blowing. We have a few new series right now that we're doing. I'm going to be doing simultaneously. This week, we're doing a series basically on what women want. What do they want? All the things they want. Today's show is going to be on bodily autonomy, which means basically, you know, women are like, I want to do this with my body. I don't care what you say or what you want, right? Cool. All right. So what we're going to do is get into that. We'll have ones later this week about women wanting safety and other things, you know, all the things that women want. So yeah, excuse me. I have to clear my throat a lot here. I'm drinking some type of weird coffee. It's not my regular stuff, but let's get into it. Bodily autonomy. Let's go. So the first thing I want you to know and be aware of before we completely get into this is going to be wild. I have some videos to show you, and we have, of course, slideshows, because I'm an educator on this thing and the world's leading scientist in this area. Women want what they want, whether it comes from a husband or not. Keep that in mind always. Young ladies that are watching right now, and, you know, the men, whoever's watching, right? And whoever sees this video as we repost it also on clips. Women want what they want. And in general, they do not care where it comes from, right? That's not something that they have to be totally aware of or really care about. So that's really just something to keep in mind. All right, so let's move forward and to today's real slideshow. I mean, Jesus, bodily autonomy. This is where we're at. And like I said, it means that women just want control over their own body in different ways. Now, the case I'm making is that no, men don't have this same bodily autonomy. For example, when it comes time to defend a country, they can implement a draft. And many American men, thousands of American men throughout our history, well, maybe millions, and we'll have to really do a count, but they've been drafted into war. American men have been drafted into war, giving up their bodily autonomy and also being pushed to a situation where it's like, yo, you may lose your life, but it's the best thing for our country, so you have to do it. Now, remember that. It's the best thing for our country, so you have to go possibly give up your life for everybody else. You know, the greater good. Well, women feel like they don't have to do that. And the question is, like, why? Ladies, why do you feel that way? So we'll get into that. And here it is. All right. So when it comes to her bodily autonomy, we have this broken down into three categories, right? Bodily autonomy, 1, 2, and 3. Now, the first one is what she wants. In this case, she wants bodily autonomy. What is that? She wants full sovereignty over her own body. It sounds like a good thing. Excuse me. It sounds like a good thing, but I will prove to you today that this is not a good thing for our country and American families. No, it is not. What she wants autonomy over what she wears. She wants to wear what she wants to wear, like dress any old type of way. And you guys know, today's women and young women primarily dress in what's called 304 uniforms because they're in these streets.
In these streets.
And we'll talk about that. I have 3 videos on that topic, on that part of it. She also wants autonomy over who she sleeps with. Oh, once again, because she wants to be in these streets.
In these streets.
And all of you men and some good women are like, they need to chill.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
Well, we're going to talk about that, and I have some videos on that today. And also, whether she has children or not, and when she has children and all that mess, you know, without children, we can't keep producing population for our country. So what do you want us to do? Keep opening the goddamn borders? I mean, come on, man. This has gotten ridiculous. So we're going to talk about that. I have about 3 or 4 videos on that today. And then the bottom line with her bodily autonomy is that she wants no man, institution, or culture to dictate what she does with her physical self. We are cooked out here. And so that is what's going on with her bodily autonomy. And then we will get on into other parts of what's going on with that. So for right now, let's get into the videos that we have on this subject because, you know, their bodily autonomy is important to them. Video number 1, young lady showing off her new clothing, and it's a mood, it's a vibe, but really it's her bodily autonomy. Let's go.
Monday, we start off.
My fault. I have this connected to the wrong sound system. Ricky's starting off on the wrong foot here. Let's try again.
Tame. Tuesday, we keep it classy. Wednesday, we let loose a little. Thursday, we start to get restless.
And you know what? In her case, we don't need to see
Monday, we
Friday.
start off tame.
Because
Tuesday, we keep it.
She does all of this, this social media performance, and she'll do the same performance at the gym. She will do this same exact performance at family events, at fairs, wherever, at school, if you let her. Now, then you have to ask yourself, why do they do this? Oh, Ricky, why do the ladies want to dress in form-fitting clothing that show off their big ass camel toe? Why do they want to show their body off so much? Well, let me give you the simple truth. They want to show their body off so much because it is the primary value that they have on this planet. On planet Earth, the thing that they have is their body to get leverage and options in this life. When it comes to men, they use their body. When it comes to companies and getting jobs, that is what they lead with in most cases, even at high level jobs. You'll see how'd that beautiful woman make it to the top and all the heavy women are still back here pushing paperwork. It's because the beautiful women were using their body to get head, dropping neck, right? And all those weird ass business owners. But that's besides the point. They like to show off their body because they are for sale. They are trying to sell you something, and never forget that. And ladies, you know I'm right, so stop playing with old Ricky. But let's move on to the next video because this one's very interesting.
Is she a little baddie with an attitude? Is she a little bratty, needs a better do?
Now, I gotta go back to that one. I should be looping them, but I have a setting on here. Now, in this video, I want you to recognize something. Let me fast forward here.
Is she a little baddie with an attitude?
Okay, the song literally says, she's a little baddie with an attitude, something, golly, needs a badder dude. You know why she feels like she needs a badder dude, guys? Because look on her left hand. That is what you call a wedding ring. This lady is married. This is a married, let's put this into perspective real quick. This is a married woman with a wedding ring on. Her outfit is highly revealing. I don't even know if she has a full swimsuit on under this yellow see-through attire she is wearing. Notice the drink, notice the location, but notice the frosted hair. I'm looking at all of this thing here. This thing is a mess. And she is promoting herself. She is out here trying to sell herself.
When I start selling pussy.
I mean, let's tell the truth. She's making this video, posting it to social media with a song that has a message saying, hey, I might have somebody, but I need a better one. Yeah, you have a husband and you're posting this to social media. Look at the protections today for American men who get married. And you wonder why men don't want to fucking get married. Let's look at this again.
Yeah, she a little baddie with an attitude. And she a little bratty, needs a better do.
No shit. Like I say, we're cooked. And moving on to the last video in this category, we have a beautiful young woman here. Psych. I mean, look at that shit. Let's play this video. Oh, look at the makeup on her face. And is she showing off her big jiggly? Oh, man. This is not healthy. Number one, she wants to be and enjoys being overweight, although she really doesn't. But she's so lazy and doesn't want to do the work too. Maybe stop eating all the bullshit you eat. Maybe reduce your carbs, ma'am. Maybe go to the gym, work that shit out. Maybe run, get some cardio, something, walk. I mean, walking will have you lose more weight than running. So let's try that first. But no, what you want to do is go spend money on some leggings that will hide your jiggly fats. I mean, let's continue. Oh, look at that. She's just fitting all that juicy shit into there. Oh, look at that belly just dripping with, just to give you this. Now she is totally form-fitting, looking hot, like she's not a goddamn wildebeest here. Golly. Not to mention having a face full of goddamn makeup. I mean, fakeness to the hair, eyebrows, eyelashes, sea catchers, lipstick, foundations, maybe some blushes. It's crazy. All to trick you into being the man of her dreams. Isn't that incredible? All lies right in your face, even from the clothing that she wants autonomy over her body. She wants to do all of this to deceive you. And no other form of American life can people deceive you, get away with cash and prizes or anything and not be prosecuted. But we don't prosecute women for all this deception, witchcraft, witchery. But anyway, and I mean, oh, look at that. Whoa, hold on. I gotta look at all that juicy shit from the back. I literally would have fell for this myself. If I saw that shit in public, I'd be like, yo, what's up, right? Then you take it home, right? You unwrap this beautiful gift you just received and you get Miss Goddamn Jiggly Stank. Oh, man. All right, but she wants her bodily autonomy. So let's go back and really review at this point before we move on to the next point, right? Let's go back and review this bodily autonomy and the part where she says, hey, I want to wear what I want to wear. Well, as you can see, as I just showed you, they want to wear stuff that so they can sell their body to you. That's the primary thing. That's why men don't do it, because our primary sell is not our body. Now, some men do primarily try to sell how they look or their physical physique, all that stuff to gain some leverage, but it just doesn't work as well for men because our primary value is not inside of our body, right? It is external to our body. And I'll try to show you here before we start to read that again. I'll go down to, it's somewhere here. Give me 1 second. Let's go to value. Let's see if I can. Yeah, we'll bring up value here and see if we can find some solutions to this, because her body. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. We're on value. Let's go, Ricky. You know what you're doing half-assed today. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so here's what I mean by the value portion. Women's value, guys, is internal to her body. It's at skin level and under her skin. Men's value is external to his body. I mean, come on. You got to be able to figure this out. And okay, so here we go. Check this out. I'll elaborate because I know you need me to freaking elaborate. Her value is internal, right? At skin level and inside, like I just said. Now, when you look at men, his primary relationship value is external, like protection, provision. Those things are not inside of him. Those things are external to his body. So that's why he's not trying to every day show you his VJ lips and stuff and camel toes out here. Because it doesn't matter. You're not going to buy him as a husband or as a long term based on that, right? You might buy him as some fun or something, but besides that, no. I mean, that's what's going on. So moving forward, she is the value. I tell people all the time, guys, women are the bag. They are the bag. So that's why when they walk down the street, they have to protect themselves because they are the bag. Now, men, we don't have to. When I walk down the street, nobody wants to take Ricky's cute little body in general. But men they're not the bag. Men have to go produce value. Men have to go get a bag and bring it back to the woman for access to her bag. It's a bag for a bag out here. Tell me I'm lying today. Come on, man. And then you go to her body is the resource, right? Everything I'm saying, her value's internal to her body. Her womb creates life. Her bonding is the emotional connection, nurturing to raise children. Her beauty is what inspires you as a man to go build some shit. That's how it works. It doesn't work any other way. Now, for men, he may have physical muscles, but it's a tool of labor for him. Now, they may be attractive to women, but still, because they are a tool of labor. His mind builds systems and wealth. His hands are there to construct the world that she wants to be in. Women don't even want to be with a guy who don't have a world that she can enter. If you're a man or a male and you ever try to enter a woman's world, you're going to be cooked. Because she's not attracted to that. If you try to enter her world, she will eat you alive and destroy you. She has to be able to look at you and say, hey, do I want to be a part of his world? She has to be fascinated with it and just want to be a part of it. I could elaborate on that, but that's for another show. Now, going to the body, his body is generally considered to be disposable and replaceable. And that's unfortunate for men. But that is the fact of our life. That's why we go sacrifice it. That's why we give up our bodily autonomy, because the country says, hey, it's better for the country if we go to war for you to go give that up and possibly your life. Tell me when I'm lying today. But nobody ever tells you this. This is why Ricky's the best. All right. Her value cannot be taken because it's inside of her. Like I said, it lives inside of her body. No one can fire her from being a woman. Age can't remove her femininity, and her nurturing is innate. It is not earned. She doesn't have to earn any of this. But men, on the other fucking hand, if he loses his job, he loses value. If he gets injured, he loses value. If he goes broke, he loses value. His worth is conditional, not unconditional. Women are generally loved in these relationships by men unconditionally, but not men. The love is conditional, right? And these are things that you really have to understand on a daily basis. If you want your relationship or you're looking for one, or you want to understand yourself or the opposite sex, maybe understand these things first. And I'll wrap this part up because today's topic isn't even on this, but I just had to go here because of what we just saw. She is valued for what she is. It is at skin level and internal to her body. Men are generally valued for what what he does, what he provides. And it's fair, but in today's world, it's destroying men and relationships and children and our country. But I'll digress to go back to what we were actually on. So when she wants bodily autonomy and sovereignty over her body, what is she actually saying? She's saying what she wears. We just covered that. The next one is who she sleeps with. Well, let's find out who the ladies really like to sleep with. We will even skip this part of of, no, here's what we're going to do. We'll go short. And we'll go to this right here. This is Tyrese's ex-wife. I forget her name. It's Amanda, I think. Something like that. Miss Lee. I will call her Lee. I have a video or two from her. She's going to tell you the types of guys that women really love to lay down with and give their body and guts to, and even their womb. So let's listen to what she has to say.
All right, y'all. Here are 9 bad boy traits that women cannot resist. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Happy Saturday, everybody. Number 1, don't care what you think about them. Number 2, unpredictable. Number 3, authentic. Number 4, independent. Their lives come before women. Number 5, supreme confidence. Number 6, they ain't trying too hard. Number 7, they are naturally dominant. Number 8, they are unapologetically bold. And number 9, they own their stuff.
Oh boy, that was an amazing list. So let's really quickly, because I have other videos to show you and I'm short on time today. Let me explain what she was actually saying. She listed 9 different things that women cannot resist. They go crazy over this. Did you notice, because I did you notice that none of those things were a man that loves her? A man that is financially stable. A man that is kind and generous. None of that shit was on this list. Gentlemen, because let me explain. Because women don't really truly care about that unless they have no choice. You're a final fucking option and they have no other choice but to deal with you being a good man. I can't even disrespect good men. They don't like good men. And that's what I'm saying. Reason number 2 that they shouldn't have bodily autonomy is because they can't even choose correctly who to give their body and self to. They like fuck boys, okay? Next video. All
right, y'all. They own their stuff. All right, y'all.
Well, this one's looping. All right, so we'll go here.
Why women love bad boys over good guys, nice guys. Bad boys are 1, bad boys are exciting and unpredictable. 2, bad boys have a lot of confidence. Being too nice comes across as boring, creepy, or even manipulative. 3, are often spontaneous and don't play it too safe. In other words, they're fun. 4, are usually funny because they're not afraid to offend. 5, they challenge women in a way that makes those women want to turn those bad boys into good men. Ultimately, and I've heard this 1,000 times from women of all ages, women want a good man with a bit of an edge who they can still feel safe with, and they can feel cherished, protected, and stimulated.
Here's the thing.
All right. Not sure. I hope you guys can hear the videos. This is a new setup, so I'm still trying to get this thing together. I'm hoping that everything's coming through clearly for you on your end. If not, if something's not working, like you can't hear the video or whatever, let me know in the comments and I'll address whatever issue we have, but it looks cool on my side. So let's get into this. I will, now that you've heard that video once and I didn't want to stop it, I just wanted you to hear it straight through. We'll do a small breakdown and analyzation. Analyzation, something like that, of what she's saying briefly, so you can understand, once again, who women in general, not every woman, not all women, so don't fucking at me with the bullshit. I'm just saying, in general, who do women like to give themselves to? Because we're talking about her bodily autonomy. She wants to go out in society, in American society, and make decisions about who she gives her body to. Well, who are the people she gives her body to? Let's go.
Why women love bad boys over good guys.
Right off top, there we go. Why women love bad boys over good guys. Now, let me see. If I'm building a country and I want to construct families and I want women to have good guys, husbands who can love and protect them and provide a great life and safe neighborhoods and streets and raise children correctly, I think I would need women to want to marry good guys, not bad boys. But the women you're hearing here, and these are other people, so-called experts like myself. Of course, they'll never be on Ricky's level, but that's another story. But they do have information to contribute to the conversation. They're right. Because, I mean, they are women. They know what they like. They know what gets them boiling, right? They know that the bad boy gets things a-tingling and they want to absorb or consume with their consumptive love of these guys. And if you're, like I say, if you're building a society and you want it to flourish and things to go well in your country, right? You don't want your women giving their self to bad boys. You don't want your women in the streets.
In these streets.
This is incredible, but let's continue.
Nice guys, bad boys are. 1, bad boys are exciting and unpredictable. 2,
Okay, right there, that's a big one. Bad boys, she said bad boys are exciting and unpredictable. What can somebody tell me, what is it about family life and being married that's actually too exciting or unpredictable? The whole point is to be predictable, so you have consistency and you can build, right? You don't want to go to you're trying to build a life. Excuse me. You don't want to go to some type of construction site to work and everything that you work on for stability and safety is kind of unpredictable, right? Kind of exciting that somebody might fall to their damn death today. That's probably not what we're looking for in marriages and for healthy families, but that's what women want. Have you ever heard the term agents of chaos? But let's continue.
2, bad boys have a lot of confidence. Being too nice comes across as boring, creepy, or even manipulative.
Yes. Being too nice as a man means that you're boring because, you know, God forbid you be nice to your woman and you're probably a creep because you're nice to your woman, but then they'll turn around and say, you guys aren't nice enough. You know, it's this is why you don't really listen to them, because their feelings go opposed to what they say most of the time. They can't even fucking help it. So anyway, let's continue.
3, are often spontaneous and don't play it too safe. In other words, they're fun. 4,
Okay. She said 3, they're often spontaneous and don't play it too safe. Okay, guys, if you're spontaneous and you don't play it safe, a good husband, who, you know, the guy you're supposed to be giving your body to, ladies, a good husband is supposed to generally play it safe. He's supposed to gamble in his life before he meets you to build up himself or whatever fortune or assets he has. Once he meets a wife and tries to start a family, the gambling and being not safe should generally be gone or at least severely reduced. But instead, we're out here like he's, you know, with women wanting to give themselves to this alternative lifestyle of instability, no safety, wild, chaotic shit. Let's go.
are usually funny because they're not afraid to offend. 5, they challenge women in a way that makes those women want to turn those bad boys into good men. Ultimately,
Jesus Christ. Woo! Ha ha. They challenge women in a way. This is not even the right screen. I'm tripping. My fault. Well, that's not the right screen either. Where am I at, Ricky? They challenge women in a way that makes them want to turn the bad boys into a good man. You know what? I got a suggestion for you, ladies. Why don't you fucking do this? Why don't you just find a good man? See how that works? You don't have to turn a motherfucker into a good man because you can't. You don't have to you don't have to use your VJ and your womb to be out here in these streets.
In these streets.
Challenging men to become good. You don't have to give your body up that way. But see, once again, the whole narrative of this story today is your bodily autonomy. You want autonomy over your body. You think you need that. And I'm here to absolutely claim that you don't. You're irresponsible with your own body. Most young women and older these days really, cannot make a good decision when it comes to their body. They can't make a good decision when it comes to finances or anything in goddamn life. They're generally bad decisions. And that's why you'll see a woman who's older with money, had a great career 15, 20 years, and her ass is still fucking broke. Check to check, sleeping with random dudes, still making bad decisions with her body. Seems to be the American way at this point. Let's finish this up.
And I've heard this 1,000 times from women of all ages. Women want a good man with a bit of an edge who they can still feel safe with, and they can feel cherished, protected, and stimulated.
Here's the thing. We as women...
All right. She said women want a good man with a bit of an edge,
Why
right?
women love bad...
Who they can feel all these things. Well, here's the problem with that. Women want it all, and you cannot have it all. That's the problem. You want a good guy, but you want him to be a bad guy. You want him to live and look like he's thugging, but you want him to have money. You know, you want him to give you beautiful children, but you know he's the type that won't take care of them. You like what? I can't. This is female logic 101, and this is why you should not have bodily autonomy.
Here's the thing.
Last video on this subject, and then we'll go back to the board because this is crazy.
Here's the thing. We as women definitely cannot resist the bad boy. Why? Because he comes in with confidence. All right. He comes in saying things. You could tell he has an air of understanding women to a certain extent. He speaks womenese. That's what I call it. He's familiar with women, and you can tell by his demeanor that he's not just talking to you. Okay. He's got a roster, and women like men that are desired by other women. I don't care what a woman says. If a man is desired by other women, he's automatically more attractive. Let's be real. Also, bad boys have the air of being able to protect, like they're going to fight, that they're going to be able.
I actually have to stop the video here, and I usually like to play them through because I'm not going to go back through her video. I think we've heard these talking points over and over. I think we get the point at this point. But the fact that the cold-blooded fact that women are more attracted, and this is a fact. I mean, I've proven this over and over in the past, and we'll prove it again. I mean, she just proved it. Women like to share a man. If the guy has 3 other women and she knows it, and she thinks those 3 other women are beautiful, she just wants some too. She wants to compete with the other women. She wants to share in what they share in, so they all have this bond. It is really gross and disgusting, but that really gets me about their nature, and I'm not against it. I just think we need to understand it so we know how to adjust our laws and things moving forward.
Able to, if something was to go down, they got your back. They're going to be able to make sure that you are safe. There's a sense of safety that a woman feels. And lastly, bad boys are not stunting you, okay? You know they've got other women, and that is what makes them more appealing. They're not tripping on you. If they lose you, they got others. And
all right. That was a good video. She wasn't lying. She's usually right because she is one of these, she's in these streets, you know what I'm saying? Ever since she divorced Tyrese.
In these streets.
So we know what's going on. Now, this is I forgot about this one, but this is the most important video in this series. This is Shaquille O'Neal explaining who a real superstar was in the NBA. And it wasn't the guys who were scoring the most points. It wasn't the guys who were on the posters or, you know, the most. It wasn't the guys who were more easily make the Hall of Fame. It's a certain combination of a type of man that really did it for beautiful women. Here we go.
I hate to say this name, punk Dennis Rodman.
Why is he punk Dennis Rodman?
Shaq, Kobe, Dennis on the same team. Who's the biggest superstar?
Superstar?
Yeah.
You?
No.
Kobe?
Dennis Rodman.
I know that.
This dude will come in. The meeting's at 5:30. Like, you got to be there at 5:30. He'll come in with 40 minutes on the clock, eating chicken and rice, not paying attention, doing it in the middle of the meeting. We go out first, then he'll come out, give you 25 rebounds, stinking like put his clothes on and go to the club and had the baddest woman I've ever seen in my life. He got models on him at the club. Like, this it stank like, he smelled like garbage truck water. This ain't even wash his ass. He didn't.
Ricky's truly the one that is undefeated. This is what women like. Take a look at that shit, because I've seen this for years. I'm an older guy. I'm not a younger guy, so I know exactly what I'm talking about and what I'm telling you. When it came to, like Shaq is telling you, NBA players, it wasn't the ones who got the most championships necessarily or scored the most points. It came down to who is the weirdest. They like bad boys, but that doesn't mean you're masculine. They actually like to go against masculinity. So most of these beautiful women guys, and this is a cold-blooded part, they want to give their body, and they have most approval of feminine males. Yes, I know that is somewhat shocking to some of you. If the guy is popular yet feminine, that is a way better choice in her mind. She likes the femininity. As long as he can provide some of the other stuff like money, attention, all that stuff, she will choose the feminine male every time. I have a new series that we're coming out with. It'll be either here tonight or tomorrow. We're going to start also a series on my channel about F-Boy Island. Yes. No, wrong sound effect. F-Boy Island, going to be a great series I'm going to be reacting to every single episode, season 1. And the reason is, and I will give you a prelude to what's coming up on episode 1. During episode 1, I'm going to have a realization in there where, hey, all the women are giving the green, there's red flags and there's green flags, right? And I notice there's like 20 plus guys there. And the women are giving the green flags like he's a good guy, he's okay, to every feminine guy who is there. If that guy showed any fruitiness, any femininity, every feminine guy got green flags from the ladies, because that's who they like giving their body to. They feel safe with the feminine fuck boy. But let's wrap this show up. I got things to do, so I wanted you to see that. So let's go back to the board here. And so back to her bodily autonomy, right? She wants full sovereignty over what she wears. We covered that. She wants full sovereignty over who she sleeps with. We just covered that, who she likes to sleep with. Okay? And whether she has children or not is the last one that we'll cover before we get out of here. So let's go to that.
After United States birth rates have dropped from a 7-year in a row, new research from the Population Research Institute warns that if the fertility rates fail to climb at least 2.7 children per woman, well above the widely cited replacement level of 2.1, America as a whole would be on the path of extinction.
Well, you know what that means.
No.
Time for another.
I guess we gonna have to stop.
We need to help.
We not gonna populate the world. We good. Nah, I don't, shit. I'm done.
I mean, I feel like as my civic duty, I need to help help the birth rate.
We are done. We're not having any more children. You don't think we have enough?
What's one more?
What are we gonna do as two people that's gonna fix this problem? We're gonna just,
we're adding
we Nick Cannon? We gonna try to just keep having babies over and over?
I mean, we're helping the population.
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna sit this one out. Moving forward.
All right. Birth rate and population is down. You cannot keep your society up and afloat or anything with this being a problem. Great video there by this, I guess, married couple or couple with children. The only thing he failed to mention is that the U.S.'s current birth rate is somewhere between, I think, 1.6 and 1.9, something like that. So in future videos, we'll get further into that. Birth rate will be an issue coming up. So on to the next video.
I have to do much work.
Okay, I guess not.
See, where is 1 to 1.9? Look at U.S.
All right here. This is the one. Let's check this out.
In 1963, the global fertility rate was 5.3. In 92 was 3. In 2021 is 2.3. Okay, and you can see where is 1 to 1.9. Look at U.S. We're at 1.6 right now. Okay,
blue means you're having babies. Red or pink.
Yeah. So in case you're lost right now, if you look at the map that is on your screen, the blue countries on the map, that means they're really having children. So the dark blue is at about 5.3. That's where America was in 1960 motherfucking 3. Oh my goodness. In 1963, Americans were actually still having families and children. But can anybody here in the comments tell me what happened to our country in 1963? Was it, well, besides the loss of our president? We lost a president that year named Mr. Kennedy, which was unfortunate for the country, and I'll have other episodes about that later. But in 1963, guys, is the year that women's right to work was pushed in our country. And that's very important moving forward. So also, let's get into, let's finish this video because we're running short on time here.
Pink meaning Africa's on really fire, yes. Middle East on fire, yep. Right? Even some part of Central America, South America on fire. Zoom in to see what the super red are. I know Japan is 0.7. So if you zoom in, what is that? Is that, that's not cute. What island is it?
It should be Korea and Singapore.
So America is pink, right, on the map. If you can see America, we are pink on the map. And what does that mean? That means that we are not having children above what's called replacement. In order to simply replace the people that we have, we would have to have like over 2, right? A two-person couple, right? One person, other person would equal 2. You have to have more children than the 2. You have to have the 2 to replace them. My fault. And you have to have more than that to build and keep building a bigger population. I hope that's easy math for you. America and most of the Western world is not reproducing, but Africa is. I guess we won't run out of goddamn ninjas over there. I mean, just saying. Let's finish it.
Poor.
Right. I think, can you go on a red and see what the red is, or it doesn't let you do it? No, it doesn't let you do it. Yeah, Japan is at 0.7% and they have a sexless society. But the idea is, are we having fewer kids?
There are 2 questions.
All right. So I don't even want to get into Ben Shapiro's bullshit on it because I just don't like him. Here's what we'll do. Let's go back and finish up the slideshow. I think you guys get the point at this point. This is the first in a series. Today's on what women want, why they want it, and the effect it has on our American society and the Western world. As you guys saw, the Middle East is still having children because they actually have laws that keep men and women in proper place to love each other and produce children. The rest of the world is like, feminism, that's great. We're going to do this, and you cannot have children anymore. All right. I guess we are headed towards Wakanda, motherfucker. All right. So to end the show today, I'm going to go through this and give you my final conclusion. Hope you've had fun today. Hope you've been educated. Hope you understand that Ricky is the king of this shit. And with every show, we're going to prove more. And I have 2 series. We're going to be running 2-3 series all together. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel because it's going down in here. I don't know what they're doing over there and that motherfucker, but over here, all facts, all day. I am the #1 expert on planet Earth in this area. If you think you know somebody better, please come have them talk to me. They will be schooled to the fullest degree. But here we go. What do women want at the end of the day? They want full sovereignty over their own body, what she wears, who she sleeps with, where and when she has children. I just showed you in this video that all of those things that she wants, as far as having sovereignty and control over her own body, American women choose wrong every goddamn time. And because of that, our country is cooked. We're sliding downhill. Men are going to prisons, graveyards, and homelessness. This is awful. And the children are suffering. We're raising weird children. Now, let's talk about here real quick. Number 2, why she wants it. And this is going to sound very sentimental, and it's going to make you kind of believe that she should have it. But once again, we know now that it is unhealthy for a country for her to have it. So why she wants it? Her body is the one thing that is undeniably hers. Control over it means control over her destiny, reproduction, appearance, sexuality. And without it, she is owned. And women will always fight against any system that makes them feel owned. Oh my God. Now, what this tells me is that they have no, that women in general, not all guys, I'm not saying all women have this in their nature, but generally, they have no honor. There's no integrity. Their nature is a selfish nature to where they do not want to do what it takes for the country. They never think about the whole. And this is also why I don't think women should vote. That is just my opinion based upon facts. All right. And to finish up the show, number 3, how men, children, and society are affected. Now, here we go. When she gets this from her husband, right? Mutual respect forms the foundation. Children learn healthy boundaries. Men earn trust through honoring her choices, which is limited, but men should control it. That's why I say you shouldn't have autonomy. Not controlling them. I disagree with that part, but in general, okay, cool. Let's skip through. All right. Now, when she gets this without having a husband, we just saw the outcomes in the videos and everything. Just watch the whole video if you fucking missed it. All right. If you're here late, do what you got to do to catch up. All right. When she gets this outside of marriage, casual encounters replace intimacy, meaning that she's going to be a goddamn 304. She's going to be in these streets. And you're going to be wishing she would chill, but she won't. And also, when she gets this outside of a marriage, when she doesn't have a husband and she's just loose and wild in these streets, children are conceived without commitment. Yes, we have what's called baby mama culture. Men lose any say in reproduction while still bearing financial responsibility. And this leads to a downfall and degradation of our country, guys. Been a good show. I'm short on time. I apologize. But we went about the regular time. We're about an hour here. Like, subscribe to the channel. This series will go on. Today's video was on female bodily autonomy. I can't remember what the next one will be on, but yeah, there we go. I get that on your screen for you. I can't remember what the next one will be on, but it's going to be good and it's going to be better because I have this series lined up. So I thought I told you that I won't stop. The #1 love and relationship expert on planet Earth. My name is Ricky RedPill. You know the deal, right? And it's been a fun show. Thank you for joining me